Well, one of the top attractions at Newport Aquarium is Alligator Alley. It is home to rare snakes, alligators, and even some endangered species that are calling the aquarium home for just a temporary time while their habitat is rebuilt. Take a look. Welcome to Gator Alley here at the Newport Aquarium. Matt Judah, the spokesperson for the aquarium, showing us all around one of the more popular spots. Well, everything's popular here in the aquarium, but I think with the guys behind us stealing the spotlight from us, you know why.
Absolutely. Everybody loves Snowball and Snowflake, the rare white albino alligators. These guys are so popular, everybody comes to visit them.
You said, rare albino alligators. How many of them are in the world, and why does it help to have them here?
They estimate there's only a couple hundred of these actually in existence in the world. But what's really interesting, with this not being a totally natural characteristic form, they don't have the kind of camouflage that they would need in the wild to survive. So it's great that they're here living their best life at Newport Aquarium under the care of the animal care team.
So what is their life like? What do you typically see them do, and what can we learn?
So alligators are actually relatively lazy animals. They're opportunistic feeders, so they eat what comes close to them. These are not guys that are going out hunting like a lion or anything like that. So they wait for their keepers to bring them their chicken dinner and have a great day of it.
We're still in Gator Alley, but we've moved from the bayou now to the riverbank, and a really different setting here, and much smaller guys to learn from, right?
These little guys, these are some of our newer residents in Gator Alley. These are the Orinoco crocodiles. Some people call this species one of the rarest reptiles in the world.
And so when did they arrive, and then how long will they be here?
These arrived last year, and it's part of a really special program that we're doing partnered with AZA, the Zoological Association that we're a member of. And we're actually raising these animals here. The animal care team is seeing very, very specifically to every little bit of their care. Once they get to be about 3 feet long, they're going to go back to Venezuela, where their species originates, and they're going to be part of studies on how to breed these animals in the wild to help this highly endangered species to survive and thrive.
And so how did they end up being endangered? What has happened in their real life environment?
It's really unfortunate. They say there used to be millions of these animals along the Orinoco riverbanks, but unfortunately due to poaching, people wanting those alligator purses, alligator shoes, all of that, unfortunately these animals suffered for that. So it's really important that people get to come to Newport Aquarium, see these adorable little babies growing up here, and our hope is that they build that special connection to know why it's so important to protect them.
You mentioned they'll go back when they're, what, 3 feet?
Yep.
Okay, but they'll get to,
they'll be
big guys,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, back in the day, these animals used to reach up to 25 feet long, if you can imagine. So now, unfortunately, due to poaching, there's very few animals that would actually survive to get that big, but they can. If we all do our part and say no to alligator skin clothing and items, we can help these animals thrive.
And once again, just noticing kind of the environment, the habitat they were in is a replica of where they would live, right?
It's fascinating.
It is cool, yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, we're not one of them, but who would be scared of these crocodiles. But it's fun to know that there are people who actually live right along the riverbank. The Warao Indians live in a village just kind of similar to this, where they're on a daily basis alongside these animals.
All right, Matt, thanks for showing us around. To get your tickets, go to newportaquarium.com.